We are fire. Are you fuel? Prove it.
You know, I don't think Bungie gets enough credit for Marathon. No, not this Marathon, though that's what we're going to be talking about. But most people don't remember the 1990s first-person shooter series Marathon. This was the era when the FPS was still getting its footing. Heck, most of them were called Doom clones. But soon enough, Quake's polygons wiped out this style of game until it received its own nostalgic revival, which continues to this very day. I'm probably one of like 8 people to have actual nostalgia for this series. I played level 39 of Marathon Infinity over and over again. It blew my mind that you would even have AI allies, let alone that you could betray them and they in turn would attack you. So when Halo blew up on the Xbox, I was happy for Bungie, but then Halo 2 came along and I know there's always been a debate about when Halo fell off, but for me the problem started right here. Heck, it was the same problems I've had with all Bungie games right through to Destiny 2. They all just make too much sense. The universe has lore which neatly connects and illuminates the general structure of society. Even if there was some sort of mystery in the distance, the threads of the mystery were always too present, while the world was flooded with explanations. Marathon, on the other hand, is alienating and disconcerting, just how I like it. It's hard to find any humanity here, even if technically everyone here is a human. This is several centuries into the future, and frankly it has little resemblance or connecting tissue to our timeline. It's not random, there feels to be a grand swath of cultural shifts, pushing this era of mankind well past our points of reference and into a society built exclusively in service of transhumanism. Alright, cool, but is the game any good? Well, for someone like me who's been waiting for the hyper-artificiality of Bungie to return, it rules. However, I can understand why many people are skeptical. After all, how many extraction shooters do we need? Why can't Bungie come up with something original for once? Well, hold on to that thought because Marathon folds in many of the dangerous buzzwords that have fallen out of favor. Oh great, you get classes to pick from. How thrilling, each weapon has a color-coordinated value. What a shocker, you're gonna encounter other players you have to fight. But to me, Bungie is always at its best when it's refining other people's work. And now we have ourselves a forced cooperative Arc Raiders with all the floaty yet weighty movement of Destiny with the class-specific abilities last seen in Halo Reach. Some people can scan for items, others can double jump, it's nothing too clever, and that works in its favor. Everything about the shooting feels great, meanwhile the general theme is oppressively weird. It's a pretty dang cool vibe. Like Destiny, you're always going to be picking your next mission, but in Marathon everyone can pick their own, so when you pick a map and get slaughtered with 2 randos, you have no idea what you're going to be working with. Will everyone bolt in different directions or will you work together? With the mission slapped right on the hub for all to see, you never have to wonder what or why someone is doing something even if they don't have voice chat. Alright, on paper that all sounds terrible, I know, but the general robot enemies combined with other teams potentially of real friends who can coordinate to take you out can smoke pretty much anyone in seconds. Your survival, or if nothing else revival, depends on your teammates. And speaking of which, what a cool wrinkle. Not only can you be helped when you're downed, if you're killed all of your items can be stolen, but it's still possible to be revived. It's neat you still get punished, but it doesn't destroy the whole mood. The tasks themselves are given to you through syndicates, and this really sells the vastness of the universe. Each of these groups is preceded by a dynamic video segment, which appears to serve as some sort of authenticity stamp or a business card. Some explain their role in the universe, others explain their political intention, and there's even religious zealots. In most cases, I find these new forms of human psychology a bit exaggerated, but this is a civilization that has moved past traditional death, passing down consciousness through different shells which serve as the game's classes. Once death is stopped, what exactly is the philosophical purpose of mankind? There's corporations, anarchists, socialists, and as distressing as each of them are, they carry an authority that shows how twisted humans have become. Now, it's not perfect. The user interface, as cool as it looks, is a little too finicky for controllers or keyboards, and yeah, as impressed as I am by its online co-op play, I've enjoyed enough Arc Raiders to know single player would work absolutely fine here. I guess they could keep the enemies just as smart. By the way, Bungie remains unrivaled when it comes to NPC AI, but you'd need fewer of them to make it fair. And it's not like Marathon is in any way finished. These sorts of games evolve over the course of months, if not years. I'm optimistic Bungie will find new ways to keep the general gameplay engaging and maybe give us the team deathmatch and capture the flag variations fans are always begging for. I wasn't really sure what to expect with Marathon, and watching a talented studio chase the latest trend might freak out longtime fans. But trust me, Bungie isn't bolting on unrelated ideas and repackaging them for the algorithm. It's clear they've spent a lot of time thinking about the extraction shooter, just like they brought their philosophy to Doom clones or Quake. Marathon is refined mechanics meeting intensely abstract moodscapes. It's full of corridors and you can only carry 2 guns, plus shooting from absurdly long distances still works like a charm. We're back in the Halo pocket, baby. It's not all there yet, but everything I've played and the emphasis on that hard sci-fi glitch look makes me excited for the future of uncovering the reason the Marathon ship disappeared for a century. But I hope the answers are kept deliberately mysterious and symbolic. I don't need to know why this company has an AI wolf, I just need to believe it needs to be there. And so far, Bungie has convinced me everything here is worth experiencing, and very, very weird. Marathon is out on the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and X, and PC. If you've had a chance to play it, let me know what you thought, and if you haven't, let me know if you plan on picking it up. My name is Colin Tanner from Video Games as Fuck, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, everybody.